Hey, what's going on? I really like the movie Fire in the Sky. It is a good, entertaining flick about aliens. Okay, but the real story, however, is completely different, at least after the abduction. Okay, so this is the story in a nutshell. If you're not familiar, it's a good one. Okay, so these loggers have been contracted to clear cut a bunch of trees down in New Mexico, I believe. I know the town's called Snowflake, but somewhere down in the American Southwest. So anyway, the day's work done. They all pile into the beat-up truck. They got their chainsaws all in the back. Just a little detail for you. And anyway, they're driving through back to the main road, two-tracking, and they come across what they think is a fire initially. It's a light so bright in the woods that they think it's like, oh no, we're coming up on a forest fire and we might be trapped in here and we might, die. So they're already scared about that. But the closer they get, the more they notice it's moving, not like a fire would, but centralized. They get closer to a clearing and they see that it's a light in the sky. It's off the ground. It's not a fire at all. It's a craft of some sort. So Travis Walton gets out and he approaches it, and that's when everybody in the truck sees him get zapped by a laser. He gets blasted. They all think he's dead. So the driver, his good buddy, brother-in-law, peels off and they leave him there. Well, they go back later to see if he's still there, and he's gone. He's been abducted. Okay, now this is obviously where the story is different from the real story and the movie. Now in the real story, it's just if you're familiar with contactee stories, it's just basically people gleaning knowledge from the aliens giving the abductee knowledge about stuff, whatever that may be, like, hey, stop blowing up bombs and stuff and stop having wars. Pretty obvious, kind of light, kind of like, oh yeah, thanks for that tip, aliens, kind of stuff. I don't know, and I'm not going to go, even if I did, I wouldn't go into all the stuff that he got from the aliens. Doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but I'm not going to talk about it. Anyway, the movie dives off into like the horrific aspect of it. It's basically like a horror movie, which is a lot funner. Let's face it. I mean, would you want to sit through the rest of the movie if it was just him talking with aliens like it's Star Trek all of a sudden? It's not a very compelling movie. We want to see, horrific things, and there are a lot of really intense scenes in there. One of them is when he finds out that other abductees are like rotting in these cocoon type things for whatever reason. Maybe they're like breaking down into this weird jelly, and maybe that's what they eat or something. That's kind of the implication that I got. But then he breaks free and he finds the other dead, dying body in the cocoon, and then he gets captured by the aliens, and he gets laid out like on a alien style medical table, if you will, and he gets this plastic stuff put over him, and then like some crap comes down from the ceiling and shrinks it, so he's like shrink wrapped and he can't move. He's totally restrained, and then he gets like a needle through the eye, and that's kind of like the capper for the horror. But anyway, he comes back to Earth, and all the drama plays out throughout the movie, and after they find him, we find out what happened to him up there, and it's a good movie. It's pretty good. The initial Travis Walton story is also interesting too, but not on a thematic level. Check it out. Check out his book, I guess, and check out the movie. I'm sure they're both good times if you're into the subject. All right, thanks for checking it out. Goodbye.